I'm sitting in a rocking chair on my front porch. Same chair I've sat in every evening for the past 50 years. 6 o'clock, every day, rain or shine. I sit here for 30 minutes. I rock. I watch the street. I think. Sometimes I don't think. I just sit. Your generation would call this boring, useless, a waste of time. You'd be scrolling through your phone, checking emails, being productive. I'm just sitting, rocking, doing nothing, and this boring habit, along with 4 others just like it, saved my life. Literally. I'm 104 years old. I'm healthy. I'm sane. I'm at peace. And it's because of 5 habits your generation thinks are completely useless. Boring habits. Old-fashioned habits. Habits that don't optimize anything. Don't hack anything. Don't produce anything. Just boring, repetitive, traditional habits that work. Let me show you what I mean. Habit number 1. Make your bed every morning. I've made my bed every single morning since I was 8 years old. That's 96 years. 35,000 mornings. Same routine. Wake up. Make the bed. Corners tight. Blanket smooth. Pillow straight. Takes 2 minutes. Your generation thinks this is pointless. You say, I'm just going to mess it up again tonight. Why bother? What's the point? Here's the point. Making your bed is the first victory of your day. It's the first thing you accomplish. Before you've done anything else, you've completed one task. Successfully. It's small, but it's done. And it sets the tone. Admiral William McRaven, a Navy SEAL, gave a speech about this. He said, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Because if you can't do the little things right, you'll never do the big things right. I didn't know that in 1933. I just knew my mother told me to make my bed. And I did. Every day. For 96 years. And you know what? It gave me discipline. Small discipline leads to big discipline. If you can make your bed when you don't want to, you can do other hard things when you don't want to. It's training. Here's what you do. Tomorrow morning, as soon as you wake up, make your bed. Don't think about it. Don't debate it. Just do it. 2 minutes. Then do it the next day. And the next. 7 days. See how it feels to start your day with a completed task. Every single day, you'll feel more in control. I promise. That boring habit gave me discipline for 96 years. Test it for 7 days. Habit number 2. Eat dinner together as a family without screens. Every night of my life, from childhood until my wife died, we ate dinner together. At the table. 6 o'clock. No exceptions. No TV, no radio, no phones later on when those existed. Just food. Conversation. Family. Your generation doesn't do this. You eat alone. You eat in your room. You eat in front of the TV. You scroll while you eat. You eat in the car. And when you do eat with family, everyone's on their phone. You say, we don't have anything to talk about. It's awkward. It's boring. Here's what you're missing. Dinner was how we knew something was wrong. If my son was quiet at dinner, my wife noticed. She'd ask questions. Turns out he was getting bullied at school. We found out at dinner. If my daughter didn't eat, we noticed. Turns out she was stressed about a test. We found out at dinner. Dinner was our check-in, our connection point. The only time all day we were all in the same place at the same time. Fully present, no distractions, and it kept us close. Harvard did a study. Kids who eat dinner with their family 5 times a week have lower rates of drug use, depression, and eating disorders. Higher grades. Better mental health. Because dinner creates connection. You think you don't need it. You do. Here's what you do. This week, have one dinner with your family or your roommates or your partner. No phones. Put them in another room. 20 minutes minimum. Just food and conversation. If it's awkward at first, that's okay. It gets easier. One dinner this week. No screens. Just people. That boring habit kept my family connected for 60 years. Test it once. Habit number 3. Write letters, not messages. During the war, I wrote letters home. To my wife, to my mother. Real letters. Pen and paper. I'd sit in a tent or a foxhole, and I'd write. It took time, sometimes an hour for one letter. I had to think about what I wanted to say. I couldn't just type fast and send. I had to organize my thoughts, make them clear, make them matter, because paper was limited. Time was limited, so every word counted. Those letters saved me. They kept me sane. They kept me human. When everything around me was death and chaos, writing letters reminded me there was a world beyond the war, a life to come home to. And when I got letters back, I read them 100 times, because they were real, physical, permanent. Your generation sends messages, hundreds a day, and you delete them. You forget them. They mean nothing an hour later. You say, writing letters takes too long. Texting is faster. It is, but faster isn't better. Writing by hand forces you to slow down, to think, to feel. Studies show that writing by hand improves memory, emotional processing, and clarity of thought. Typing doesn't, because typing is fast. Your brain doesn't engage the same way. Here's what you do. This week, write one letter, by hand, to someone who matters. Your parent, your grandparent, your friend. Tell them something real, something you wouldn't text. Mail it, or give it to them in person. One letter, this week. That boring habit kept me sane through war. Test it once. Habit number 4. Go to church, temple, or some weekly community gathering. I went to church every Sunday for 80 years. Same church, same pew, same people, every week. Your generation doesn't do this. You say, I'm not religious. I can be spiritual on my own. I don't need organized religion. Fine. But here's what you're missing. It wasn't just about God for me. It was about people. Every Sunday, I saw the same faces. We knew each other. If someone was missing, we noticed. We called. We checked in. If someone was sick, we brought food. If someone lost their job, we helped. If someone died, we showed up. It was automatic. Because we were a community. We saw each other every week. We couldn't hide. We couldn't isolate. We had to show up. And that weekly rhythm created a support system I could count on. When my house burned down in 1985, the church raised money, brought tools, helped rebuild. I didn't ask. They just did it. Because that's what communities do. You don't have that. You're isolated. You have online friends. But when your life falls apart, who shows up? Nobody. Because nobody knows you in real life. Robert Putnam wrote a book called Bowling Alone. It documents the collapse of community in America. 50% decline since 1970. And with it, a collapse in mental health, trust, and stability. Studies also show that people with strong religious or community ties have 70% lower rates of deaths of despair, suicide, overdose, alcoholism, because community gives you a reason to stay. Here's what you do. Find a group that meets weekly. Church, temple, book club, volunteer group, doesn't matter. Just find people who gather regularly. Show up. Every week. For a month. See what happens. You'll belong to something bigger than yourself. That boring habit gave me a community that saved me. Test it for a month. Habit number 5. Keep a strict routine for sleep and wake times. I went to bed at 9 p.m. every night for 80 years. I woke up at 5:30 a.m. every morning. Same time. Every single day. Weekends. Holidays. Didn't matter. 9 p.m. bed. 5:30 a.m. wake. Your generation has no routine. You go to bed whenever. You wake up whenever. You say, I like being spontaneous. Routines are boring. They feel like prison. Here's what you don't understand. Routine doesn't trap you. Routine frees you. When your body knows what to expect, it functions better. Your sleep is deeper. Your energy is stable. Your mood is consistent. When you go to bed at random times, your body doesn't know when to produce melatonin, when to lower your heart rate, when to repair itself. So you sleep poorly. You wake up groggy. You need coffee to function. You crash in the afternoon. You feel like garbage because your body is confused. I never needed an alarm. My body knew. 5:30 a.m. I woke up. Naturally. Because I'd trained it for 80 years. I never needed melatonin. Never needed sleep aids. Because my body had a rhythm. Studies on circadian rhythm show that consistent sleep schedules improve mental health, reduce anxiety, lower risk of heart disease, and increase lifespan. Chaos kills you. Routine keeps you alive. Here's what you do. For 1 week, go to bed at the same time every night. Wake up at the same time every morning, even weekends. Set the time. Stick to it. No exceptions. Your body will resist at first. By day 4 or 5, it will adjust, and you'll sleep better than you have in years. 1 week, same time every night, same time every morning. That boring habit gave me 80 years of good sleep. Test it for 7 days. Those are the 5 boring habits. Make your bed. Eat dinner together. Write letters. Join a weekly community. Keep a strict sleep routine. And here's what I need you to understand. These aren't just 5 separate habits. They're a system. They work together. Making your bed teaches discipline. Discipline helps you show up to dinner. Dinner creates connection. Connection makes you want to write to people. Writing deepens relationships. Relationships make you show up to community. Community gives you stability. Stability makes you value routine. Routine improves your sleep. Sleep gives you energy. Energy helps you make your bed the next morning. It's a cycle, a system, a way of life. And when you remove one piece, the whole thing starts to collapse. You don't make your bed, you start your day in chaos. You don't eat together. You lose connection. You don't write. You lose depth. You don't have community. You lose support. You don't have routine. You lose stability. And you wonder why you're anxious, depressed, exhausted, lonely. It's because you removed all the boring habits that keep a person stable. You replaced them with nothing. Or worse, with chaos. Notifications. Dopamine hits. Constant stimulation. You think that's freedom. It's not. It's chaos. And chaos doesn't produce peace. It produces anxiety. These 5 habits are boring. Absolutely. But boring works. Boring lasts. Boring keeps you sane. I sit in this rocking chair every evening at 6 o'clock. For 30 minutes. I do nothing. Just rock. Just think. Sometimes I don't think. I just exist. It's the most boring thing I do. And it's also the thing that keeps me grounded. Calm. Present. For 50 years, this boring habit has given me peace. You don't have peace. You have productivity. You have optimization. You have content. But you don't have peace. Pick one of these 5 habits. The easiest one. Or the one you need most. Test it for 30 days. Not forever. Just 30 days. Make your bed every morning for a month. Eat 1 dinner a week with no screens. Write 1 letter a week. Find a community and show up every week. Go to bed and wake up at the same time for a month. Just 1. 30 days. See what happens. I'm 104 years old. I've lived a boring life by your standards. Same bed made every day. Same dinner time, same church, same sleep schedule. Boring, predictable, traditional. And I'm still here. Healthy, sane, happy, at peace. Your generation is young, stressed, anxious, Medicated, exhausted, and you think boring habits are useless. Test them. 30 days. One habit. Then tell me they're useless. I'll be sitting right here, in my rocking chair. Same time tomorrow, like I have been for 50 years, waiting to hear how it went.